I mean, he's almost averaging 24 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds and almost 4 assists. So he can do it everywhere. They're going to rely on him.
Lowry takes a glance over his shoulder. High lob pass to Ibaka. On a pivot, jump it, hook it, and score it.
Yeah, Ibaka had a size advantage on that dive.
And 0 for 2 in the first 3 possessions for Utah. Here's Mountain Mike on a baseline drive on a now kick out to Donovan. Both players are down. Powell and Conley both down.
It's a big loss if he's not able to come back for the Raptors.
Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Yeah, he's been off injured this year, as you see the bucket fall down by Royce O'Neal.
To really stun on Siakam, maybe send a defender at him to hopefully get the ball up early. Tough shot, but he knocked it down right there in the paint. Instinct, really. When that defender gets their arm on you, you have the instinct to kind of rub that arm away as Ibaka knocks a 3 down right there.
With Washington, Cleveland, New York, Boston, and Detroit Saturday night. There's McCall looking for space. Lowry will take the 3 and splashes in the 3 ball. 8-0 run Toronto on a lead of 5 here in Salt Lake. Royce O'Neal on a runner inside. 2 quick buckets by Royce.
A great aggressive move by Royce.
Kicking out Royce, no. Mitchell back out to O'Neal. The blender is on, and bang goes Bogey.
I'm going to tell you, there was no way Bogey was going to miss that shot.
We saw that early contact in the game. I'm being told he has a left ankle sprain, guys, and he will not return to this game tonight.
That's a big loss, KK&T. 17 points a game. He's a silky smooth type player, and that's a nice pass. They push it back out. Ibaka 3, good.
It's good ball movement by the Raptors as well. Raptors in the paint rebounding, so he's going to have to work his tail off in there.
Joe's hit 6 of his last 12, 50% from outside. And speaking of outside, Siakam gets his first under 39% to start this game. We pass the 4-minute mark. Joe's hit a 3. Now he pushes inside. That dead ball floater. I love it. Joe with a quick 5 off the bench. Ibaka gets it back, drives on Rudy. Push it, missed it. Got it right back. And throws it back in for 2. You give Ibaka a couple of looks and he'll score. His last 4, he's hit 14 of 17, and he's playing D just like that on cue. The block shot, the minivan on a run to the rim and in.
Got the shot blocked.
You know, we're playing the Raptors, so you're talking about that movie, right? Jurassic Park?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. 50-50 balls, T, so important.
They are. And Tony Bradley's making them like 60-40. Because he's got a good advantage. His knee knocks it down from 3.
Takes it behind the 3-point line. Plenty of time. Down to 12. He'll dribble drive in the paint. Throw it out. Clarkson wastes no time. And throws home the 3.
Back out to his teammate.
Conley down the middle. The dish. The bucket. Bradley. That was a beautiful bang-bang play. And Conley led the run down the lane.
He won on that one.
McCall drives the paint. It's a mix-up in the paint. That was easy. A tough shot by Bradley. Skips off the iron. Toronto likes to push. Toronto. Buckets by Lowry on an off-balance shot down that baseline.
Good. It's good for him, especially in this half, to be effective offensively for the Jazz.
Matt Thomas answers back. 41-35 Utah. Thomas fills the lane, scores it on the other end. Off with a 6-point lead. Lowry goes back to work. Throws it over the top. Thomas feeds. Ibaka in the paint against Gobert. Squares up. Jumper good. That 3 just too strong off the back of the rim, and the rebound to McCall.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Bogey that time as Siakam gets away from everybody for an easy layup.
0.7 rebounds. Toronto retakes the lead by 1. Donovan on a drive inside. One hands it. Cut the rim and in.
That's just an amazing shot.
T at 6'9" against 6'1". Conley's floater. Rebounds the miss. Ball comes loose. Siakam has it with a 1-point lead. He'll fire down low. OG Anunoby with his first 2 hanging up on the rim.
Where they are in the standings.
A minute to go and the Jazz down by 2. Siakam with 3 fouls. Drives inside and scores it. On a dime, comes up short. The Jazz have been short on a lot of good looks tonight. Now Lowry for 3, playing 2 for 1, and knocks it down deep. Soon, Mark Miller Subaru halftime report seconds away. Utah's only negotiation-free Subaru retailer. Floater, yes. Ibaka.
Well, As the guys set upstairs, this third quarter is going to be vital for the starting lineup to knock down shots.
Knocking it down is Royce O'Neal. 2 fouls on Gobert. I was going to talk about just the fact Rudy's taken just one shot in this game, as Ibaka knocks down his 4th 3. Off the 11 turnovers in the first half, 13 turnovers. Here's Bogey with a push for 2. Bumps. Bogey holds his ground inside. Siakam slips and slides, and a foul called on O'Neal. The steal to Bogey. Bogdanovich can't finish inside, and Serge with a rebound. Quickly, outlet. Siakam, Lowry playing. Never got back on defense. Cherry-picked the Jazz for an easy layup.
Is really in the paint alone with 4 of the Raptors.
Nice push back. Conley to Royce. 3, good. Big bucket. Royce O'Neal with 13. And yes, who leads it all? Gail Miller.
That's right.
Joe.
Get the Jazz going on the offensive end.
Royce puts a hand up on Siakam. Tough fall away, Jay, for 2 more.
I tell you, that kid is good, man.
19 points.
I think sometimes coming home, and you always talk about that first home game feels like a road game. Trying to get acclimated with Royce O'Neal, gets a pass from Joe and gets an easy basket.
Finish, Siakam the rebound.
Yeah, Donovan wanted some contact. He wanted the whistle blown on that one.
They slide it inside. Tough bucket, counted by Hollis Jefferson. Bounces it back to Ingles. Jingle and Joe inside. No looker. Nice play. Stay on a pivot. Push it up and in. Nicely done. Tony Bradley fresh off the bench. Low block. Throws it out. Matt Thomas on a drive. Stuck in the paint. Nowhere to go. Finger rolls it in. Thurles, we start the 4th quarter. Both teams struggled offensively. It was a 19-19 tie in the 3rd. Clarkson starts the 4th with a floater for 2. Drives on Bradley. Crosses him over. Ball's loose. I love the play. He went down on the floor. Tapped up once, twice, and a score for Toronto. Did not score in the 3rd. Rudy Gobert has taken 1 shot on the bench to start the 4th. Here's Thomas. Mid-range jumper, good. 80-72 with 10:30 left. Conley takes a spill, no call, turnover. Back-to-back giveaways by the Jazz. Niang, the only man back.
To be able to get something out of it, especially this time of the game.
Clarkson. George Niang wide open. Catch and shoot. There we go. Start up the motor, George. Turnover. Nicely done. Jazz clamp down Conley. Joe lets the traffic fly by. 3 looks good.
Joe.
Siakam gives it off to Ibaka. He's had a big night from downtown. Another one drains it with another big defensive rebound to Clarkson. Here comes Utah. Joe, the trailer, 3 balls up. Bang! Oh, Joe jingling. It's another 4-point game. The Jazz down 4 with the ball.
I think the key here will be percentage shots like that from Joe Ingles.
Oh, I love Joe. Saw 11-3 run, trying to add to it. And Joe has the last 8 points. Ingles on a drive in the paint. Push it, score it! Ingles with 10 straight and a 20-point night.
Right here, Joe Ingles, a great playmaker off a screen from Rudy Gobert. Just does a nice job with that lefty push shot.
Back. Double pumps. Did not take the shot back to Clarkson. Rudy's open. Hammer home. Yes, indeed. Rudy, first bucket in the 4th quarter. Siakam rolls inside. Rudy's there to help. Clear it out. And an OB. 3 ball good. Out to Joe in the paint. The look out. Tossed it away. Turned it over. 1 pass too many. And Lowry finds Siakam. Bumps. No call. The bucket. Ingles. Bogey. Touch pass. Conley. 3. Bang! Mountain Mike with his first bucket in the 2nd half. Siakam. Ooh, Ibaka just barely cut that ball, or it would have been a turnover. Another short shot clock. Lowry forces up a 3. Hit it. Wow. Come on.
And that's what he does.
Donovan will take the final shot. That one bounces out. And the Jazz lose at home.